Look, this video is going to be crazy, but I'll preface with saying this, okay? If you are a remodeler and you do not want to make the uncomfortable shifts in your business to actually see some kind of change, I would not advise you to watch this video. You're not going to find value. It's not worth it, right? So I advise you to click off this video as fast as humanly possible. Okay, so for the person who's actually willing to make those uncomfortable shifts and actually try things and ultimately make changes to actually get a different result, this video might be for you. So for those who don't know me, my name is Makael. I'm the co-founder of Crown Contractors, and at this point I've been able to collect over $7.1 million in cash collected and jobs generated from my partners. I guess this wasn't clear for a lot of people, but somebody in my gym the other day asked me, yo, how's the marketing agency? Ultimately, we're not a marketing agency. That's what we started off as, at least. I am not a marketing agency. We don't run a marketing agency. Marketing is just simply a branch of what we do, okay? Operations, management, sales, everything. We found out that it's not just marketing that will grow a business, it's the whole deal. As somebody who's obsessed with client results, I need to have all the variables in my hands because I have to know that you're going to win at the end of the day. So without further ado, let's break down what this video is going to be about. So you ever have those people that, you book a call with, maybe they came from a referral, an ad, whatever it is, they have your phone number, and ultimately it just seems very transactional. What ends up happening is if we start having transactional conversations with our prospects, with our clients, potentially in the client's mind, they are categorizing you with other companies. Because although you may think you have the coolest logo in your city, that's not what the client cares about. They care about the value, the price, the efficiency, and ultimately, probably one of the most important is who they're working with. So today we're going to be tackling down on the first point of contact when your potential client calls you for the first time. How can we actually get them to not only trust you, but love you? So without further ado, let's get into it. And what I'm about to share has literally flipped businesses from not knowing what the hell is going wrong in their sales process to the point where people are sending referrals during slow seasons. They're hitting record months. And as you know, remodels aren't as common as interior painting jobs. You know what I mean? They're bigger projects, 30, 40, 50, 80, 150K plus. It's a game for the big dogs. And that's exactly why if we can make this process as efficient as possible for remodelers, you will crack the code because there's so much good margin there. If you can target the right ideal client profile, give them the price that makes everybody happy and do it consistently, you will eat very good, my friend. So before giving you some breakdown, I want to actually show you what this actually would look like with one of my good friends, Junior. I called him up and I was like, you know what, man, you want to do a quick video with me? How about you read one of my frameworks that I currently use to coach my active portfolio partners and see what you could do, man. Without hesitation, of course, man. He was like, you know what, let's do it. Hopped on a Zoom call with him at like 3 o'clock in the morning, my time. He's on the West Coast, so it's not as bad for him. And we went ahead and recorded this quick video. Take a listen. All right, guys, this is my boy, Junior. So he's going to be running through this thing. He hasn't really took any real reps. He's ran through just to kind of get familiar. But the point of this is if he can run through this after his like third or fourth try, I promise you there's no reason why you can't do the same.
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
Let's run it up, brother.
Ring ring.
Who's this?
Hey, Markel, how's it going, man? It's Junior here.
Hey, Junior. I'm not sure I have your number saved.
Yeah, man. Do you fill out an application for me and my business partner for ABC Company to get a potential remodel for your bathroom? Does that sound about right?
Yeah, no, that was literally like not even a minute ago. That's crazy. That's really fast.
We tend to be quick here, man. But I had a few minutes. I just wanted to confirm some things and, get more context. Think you could help me out here for a little bit?
Yeah, 100%, man. What do you need?
Awesome, man. So just walk me through this. What's the main mission with our makeover with this?
Honestly, man, I'm just kind of looking to get a new remodel. I'm tired of looking at my old freaking bathrooms. You know what I mean? Our house was built in like what, 1980, so I think it's finally time for a change.
Oh, okay, okay. And when you say a new remodel, is it that your bathroom looks really old, or what do you mean by that?
Yeah, no, it's just kind of want to change, man. Like I've been getting some quotes, but a lot of the guys here locally, they've been I guess you could say I'm not going to talk bad, but just like unprofessional in a way. Um, kind of showing up late, you know. So it's like I saw your guys' ad. You guys seem very professional, so reached out to see what this is all about.
Oh, I see what you mean now. So
Yeah.
why actually just, keep why you want to remodel your house instead of just keeping it the same way that it is right now?
Honestly, man, it's a great question. I've been keeping it the same way as it is right now since we bought the home. It's been 25 years, but I think my wife finally has a point. The walls are getting it's like moldy. We've painted it, we've like restored it before with a drywall, but you know, paint is not gonna really help anything. Our tub is pink as well. It's like one of those really antique bathrooms. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that could be trouble, could look a little
Yeah.
bit ugly, but seeing that, your bathroom is a little bit outdated and your wife wants a new one,
Hmm.
they're only a few minutes away from each other.
Okay.
I can excuse our $2,000 rendering fee and get you a 3D rendering of your bathroom while we're on this call right now. How does that sound?
Oh wait, so when you say 3D rendering, do you mean like a 3D model? Like, well, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's a quick process. Our systems, we could do a 3 to 5 minute. Like if you send me a photo right now of your bathroom, I can run
Yeah.
through my system. I can show you what we can do to your bathroom to make it look brand spanking new.
Dang.
What do you think?
And you said it was gonna cost 2,000?
2,000 for someone else, but seeing that you're local and you want to impress your wife, I'll do it for free, man.
Dang, man. Wow, I guess it's my lucky day. That's crazy. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And if you text me quick, just a quick photo, I'll send you an after design before we wrap up, so we're on the same page here. Would that be helpful if I did that for you and, could show you what your bathroom could look like if you work with us?
Absolutely. That's great. I've actually never been offered that. That's You guys are doing something very right in business, man. If you're offering me that, that's a great sign, man.
First time for everything, my friend.
That's
You
it.
excited, man? Just to make sure you're sitting down, when you get it, because I don't want your blood pressure going up.
No, I'm gonna be sitting down, man. Don't worry.
Okay, man. Why are you getting up and, going to take that picture, Out of curiosity, what made you want to start looking at this model now instead of just putting it off?
I don't know, man. It's a good question. I think honestly, it's the wife, you know what I mean? Like she's kind of been nagging me for the past like at this point like 5 years, 10 years maybe. She started bringing it up. So now I feel like, you know what? Our anniversary is coming up, so it's like if I'm gonna do it right now, it's gonna be the good time, you know?
Oh, okay. So wife has been, nagging you about it for a while now. Kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of my girlfriend. But
Yeah.
yeah, run me through what's your current setup like? What about it is not working for you anymore?
Yeah, man. I think like I said, the pink tub is really kind of throws it off. You know what I mean? It's very like it just throws it all off. We've tried painting our walls, like I said, but ultimately it just doesn't match. Um, and I think the tiles right now that we have, they're kind of like browned. I think when they initially put it in like 30 years ago, it was white or at least close. But now it's like brown. You know what I mean? The roof is just kind of it has like popcorn roof. You know what I mean? Like one of those lamps. They call it a titty lamp. It's just ugly, man. Our sink is
Oh,
not good. It's a new toilet. We just need a whole new thing, you know.
just making it seem like it was like made in the 1800s, right?
That's
But
it, man. George Washington's
oh,
bathroom.
but just to get a better understanding, like from the space from like your doorway, what's
Yeah.
the f first thing you wish was different?
Oh, it's a good question. Making me think here. I think honestly, I can't even imagine what my space would look like with a walk-in shower. I think that would be legendary, you know. My mom, she's starting to get older right now, and like she's getting around mostly with cane and like a wheelchair. So I think if we had a walk-in shower rather than that big pink tub, it's gonna be a lot easier for her to, come over, take showers, spend the night and just have more time with the family here, you know?
Yeah, and I'm sorry to hear about the mom. Like, we need to keep her safe. How's
100%.
that? Yeah, how's that impacting your day to day? Do you feel like it makes your home feel outdated, or or is it more about the functionality of the bathroom?
I think it's both, man. Honestly, like I said, it's like the walk-in shower is going to allow her to, be more safe. But then also for us, man, right? Like I have two kids. Um, I don't think the tub is like the safest thing in general. You have to always step over it. You could risk, slipping. And it's honestly, man, like th those are all good excuses, but it's just ugly. Like I just want to get rid of that thing.
It's just like cities, like, main point, right?
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're to be able to get this remodel done the right way, how would that change how you feel about your home personally?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I would be excited. You know what I mean? It would mean that I could actually look forward to, taking showers, resting towards the end of the night, and maybe even like waking up, taking those morning cold showers. But I think what it really will impact is like my wife, the kids. I think they would love that for sure.
Definitely, man. And seeing that you were saying that it was more of it looks ugly. So it's
Hmm.
more like of an aesthetic and the feel look problem, right? Or how do
Mm.
you see it personally?
No, 100%. I think you're absolutely right, man. It's like just like stepping into that environment. It's not a big deal, but it's like I mean, if we can afford it, man, and it's going to help us, and ultimately it's an investment. The way I think about it is, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I could totally understand that, but oh, Michael, right now the render just finished. I'm sending
Mm,
it over right now to your phone number. Take a quick look and tell me what you think.
okay. Um, oh, wow. I thought you were gonna just send me a rendering of like another bathroom. You literally took my bathroom with the same angle and changed it.
Work wonders, and that's what we can do. Now imagine if that looks like that on picture, imagine in person.
I I'm gonna be honest, Junior. I told you before, man, I couldn't really imagine my space with the walk-in shower, but looking at this picture, I'd be stupid not to do this, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you see how different it looks like the bathroom? How
Oh,
it feels in that
100%.
design? Like, Michael, imagine waking up every morning, walking in that shower and seeing that every day.
That would be crazy. I think it would just change the beginning of the day for everybody, man, not just me.
Yeah, it would have to like impact the whole family on a brand new spanking shower, And here's
Absolutely.
what we'll do next. I'll set up a time for you with John. Like he's the actual owner. He's worked with hundreds and hundreds of makeovers that specialize in bathrooms and also kitchens, but more bathrooms like yours. He'll
Okay.
come out, yeah, he'll come out and walk you through the exact space with you and give you clear numbers based on what you just saw in your mock-up, right?
Okay.
For you, are you more of a morning guy or afternoon? What works better for you?
I think afternoon, I would like a time where my wife is not here. I think she goes to the gym like Pilates at I think at 7 p.m. So if you can come right at like 7:15, and then stop by. You said John.
Yeah, and John.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
if John could come at 7:15 on yeah, Thursdays actually, that would be perfect. Is that possible?
Okay. Yeah, man. It's kind of like a secret mission right now, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Perfect, man. Hey, man, we love surprises, so we're trying to help you out the best here. And I've got you down, tomorrow morning, I mean tomorrow afternoon, just
Hmm.
to confirm the best number and address would be ABC address and ABC time, right?
Yep, that's
And
perfect, man.
yeah, okay, correct. Got you. All
Hmm.
right. Now just before I let you go. So here's what will happen tomorrow. John will come by tomorrow at the time that we agreed on, and you'll have
Hmm.
already his mock-up and some additional options that you'll get all the clarity you need, from that. You've got your
Mm.
vision. Now it's just about making it real now. How did that
Okay.
actually make you feel?
That'd be crazy, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for this thing, man. So Thursday, 7:15, good to go?
Yeah, 7:15, man. And before I
Sounds
let you
good.
go, man, do you have any other questions for me?
I mean, I already got your website here, from the ad I saw. This is crazy, man. You guys got great customer service. I'm actually pretty excited, man. Let's see if we could surprise the wife here. She won't catch on.
Secret mission, Mr. John's gonna come in like Picasso and make it look like a brand new art.
I appreciate that, man. That's beautiful.
Awesome,
So
man.
let's do it, man. I'm excited.
Okay, man. So I'll
Uh,
send over the information to him, and then you should be getting a text in a few minutes from him. You'll
okay,
just confirm it. Awesome, man.
perfect.
Okay,
Thank you so
man.
much,
It,
Junior.
it was great speaking to you, Marcano.
You too, man. Bye bye.
Awesome,
All
man.
right. So as you saw, he just went through the actual whole script of one pillar. Now, remind you guys, if you actually want this framework for yourself, the link is inside of the description, completely free resource on me. Go ahead and snag it. Now, let's take an actual deeper dive into all the actual possibilities and other ways that conversation could have went if you're actually running paid ads and people are calling up your phone. So this is going to be the homeowner framework. Okay. So diving deep into this is what this freaking Goliath looks like, right? It's an absolute monster of a framework. Now, the framework that we took you through was this one right here onto the actual left side of things, right? That was a whole conversation, which led to a successful appointment set. Now, to remind you, I actually work with remodelers, and what I do is I'll run your ads and I'll go ahead and put an appointment setter that we take care of. You don't have to pay extra for that. And then I'll go ahead, plug him into your business. He will use this framework to answer the phone and qualify, hype the person up, give them a before and after of our AI generated before and after system. Before you even get to the property, these guys are ecstatic for having you over, right? They're happy to have you over. They want to do your business because they've never actually had that kind of interaction before, these homeowners. So when you're talking about doing a 60, 80, 100, $200,000 remodel package, these are the kinds of things that wealthy people really appreciate is it leading with value. If you're watching this near the date that I actually published it, I'm actually working with a couple more people by the end of the month. So if you're interested, link is in the bio as well. I framed this with the key of it being a box, and then the prospect, which is the homeowner, will be the actual circle. Okay. So starts out by who's this? Yeah, you got your application about getting potential bathroom slash kitchen remodel. I had a few minutes to confirm some things to get some more context. Do you think you could help me out for a minute? Now, if you guys don't know, there's a lot of neuro emotional persuasive questioning behind this, right? So we want to have this conversation in a way where we're not intrusive, we're not lowering our status, but we're also getting all the information that we need, right? So I just got your application about getting the potential bathroom slash kitchen remodel. I had a few minutes to reach out, not do you have 5 minutes, right? I only had 5 minutes. What do you think that does to your status when you talk to a prospect like that? Do you think it raises it or do you think it lowers it? Well, you'd be smart if you said it raises it, because who's got the problem and who's got the solution? The prospect's got the problem. We got the solution. Therefore, we are seen as the one who has the authority, just like a doctor and a patient. Now you're informing them why you're calling. You just need more context. Do you think you could help me out for a minute? Obviously, leading to yeah, of course, or yeah, sure. So predictably, you're going to get yes, sure. And by the way, our setters reach out to our prospects on an average of 35.6 seconds. So by the time that they're filling out the type form, they've already filled out the first form, which is really quick. By the time they're filling it out, we've already contacted them. So they know exactly what they signed up. They always know why you called. Our setters have their fingers tingling, ready to pick up the phone all throughout the day, 24/7. So of course, the setter will ask, well, walk me through this. What's the main reason of your makeover here? Okay. I like the makeover because you don't want to assume that it's a kitchen or bathroom remodel. Even if you're going to look at the form, sometimes right when you get their information, you want to call them right away. You want to say makeover. So you can get one of three responses. You can get pleasure homeowner. So the homeowner who wants to just get a remodel done just because they want to, right? It's like an emotional thing, which is like, I would say 70% of homeowners. And then there's like 30% of homeowners who do it as an investment, right? Maybe they're going to sell the property and they want to add as much value as possible because they understand the value of, putting $50,000 in and the value of the home 3xing. And then the last route that you could possibly take is the investment B2B side of things, right? So business to business. So this route is very interesting because sometimes on your ads, you'll get like realtors or property managers who fill out the information and they just want to connect with you. They want someone reliable so that every time they want a remodeler, guess what they're going to call? They're going to call you, right? So this is an awesome connection to make, and we have all the systems for that as well. So let's actually go through a brand new path here. Okay, so investment homeowner. So you're going to ask, why actually remodel your bathroom for a goal rather than stay the same, right? Oh no, I don't want to stay the same because this is and that. It might sound intrusive, but what you're actually doing is you're shutting the door. You're basically going to spark and engage the urgency for them to say, well, I need to make the change. Like I said before, this is a neuro emotional persuasive questioning angle that you're attacking these questions with. Okay, looking to sell for a bigger sellout. Interesting. Again, this is the investment homeowner. Okay, so as you go down here, why actually remodel your bathroom slash kitchen rather than stay the same? Oh, because I want to make more money, of course, right? And whatever that looks like, they'll give you some different examples of that, but that's going to be the message they're going to say. Curious, I don't want to assume, but what came up recently that's got you even possibly looking to sell your home? So now we're diving deeper. Why are they actually selling their home? Someone has to move for an emergency. Maybe this is something that has to happen in the next 3 months. We don't know, right? And most remodelers never find out. That's the problem. So you're not able to leverage pain, and you're not able to understand the prospect on a deeper level because you don't ask the right questions. You just go there, give the quote, walk away, and cross your fingers that it'll close. I don't want to assume what came up recently that's got you possibly looking to get a remodel. Or curious, I don't want to assume what came up recently that's got you possibly looking for selling your home, right? Real reason. Oh, what do you got to sell in 3 months? What's happening in 3 months? Oh, you got to move to Arizona and you want tip top dollar. Of course, who doesn't want tip top dollar? Okay, Linda. So it sounds like you see the value of obviously investing in yourself. That's very cool. Now, when you say investing in yourself, like obviously, it has to be like a numbers game here. What was your expected budget and I guess like end goal model that you wanted to flip the bathroom with? Now you'll ask, you know what, because you're actually moving to Arizona, and I know this is kind of more of like an emergency, you're going to tailor this specific part to their pain, to their reasoning, right? Their deeper reasoning. You're going to say, yeah, because you are moving to Arizona in the next 3 months, and this is kind of like a thing that we got to pick up the pace with. Here's what I'll do. Off the record, we don't really do this with everyone, as you know, but since you are moving to Arizona, as you said, and it's kind of like a rush, what I can do is I can waive the $2,000 rendering and kind of get you a concept over on the call of like what your bathroom could look like. By the way, I'm going to teach you how to get the 3D renderings for free. This for free, for free, for free. It's absolutely cracked method. Stick around for that. So, okay, wow, of course, this is going to be the reaction, right? So if you text me, Linda, like a before photo, I'll send an after design before we wrap this call up so we're on the same page. That'd be helpful if I did that for you. Oh, of course. You excited? Hey, make sure you're sitting down when you get these pictures. I don't want you to, pass out when you see it. Whatever, right? Anything to really build rapport. So if they can't take the pictures now, this is the actual path that you'll go through. But 9 times out of 10, people are going to be home. So let's assume they're home. They can take a picture. Transition, get them to get up and take a picture. Then you're going to run them through this discovery. That's what we call this in sales. Okay. So as they're getting up and taking the picture, you don't want that awkward silence. Leverage that moment to understand a little bit more about their situation. Now, you saw Junior do this, and he was a little bit surface level, so you could definitely kind of get a flow here. Ask the questions that match your personality here so you can get a better understanding of where the prospect actually is. As you go down here, you're going to have that conversation as these renderings are loading, and they're actually going to be loading. I'm going to teach you how to do that in a sec. All right, so you know what, Linda? The render just finished up. I'm sending it over right now. Why don't you go ahead and take a look? Boom. Now she's going to open up her phone. You texted her the actual images. And I promise you, the reaction's never going to be any less than holy shit. Because these pictures, again, I'm going to show you how to do it. I know you're probably like itching to find out. The way that you do it is you run it through an AI, and it's the exact angle, right? Everything in the before picture, like it's still there, but it transforms. So it's like you literally took a picture from that bathroom. It's absolutely insane. There's going to be dopamine spikes left and right from the actual homeowners. Even if they see it as an investment standpoint, right? And you're going to ask, do you see how different your bathroom actually feels in that design? Feels. Do people make decisions based off of logic or emotion? Emotion. Even if it's a logical decision, it's always going to be an emotional decision at the end. They made a study for people who don't have the emotional side of their brain working. They couldn't get up and take a piss, because even when you have to go and use the restroom, it's an emotional decision. You're using the emotional side of your brain. For example, I feel like I'm hungry. I feel like I need to eat. I feel like I need to use the bathroom. So when you ask them, do you see how different your bathroom feels in that design? What do you feel like that does? That allows them to kind of bring their emotion, imagine themselves inside the bathroom. Can you imagine walking in it, Linda, and actually seeing that every day? Now, for the emotional prospect who's doing this for them, right, for the desire, that's a lot more powerful. For someone who wants an ROI, it's not as powerful, but trust me, it's powerful because they understand that better this bathroom or kitchen comes out, the more ROI they're going to make at the end. And so this perceived value just skyrockets up because you just gave them value within 5 minutes on a call. That's legendary, right? So of course you're going to ask, oh my God, can you imagine yourself walking in this every day? Wow, yeah, that's crazy. So as the flow chart takes us, here's what we'll do. I'll set up a time with you and remodeler, so forth and so on. You're essentially going to go on and actually book in the appointment. As far as the B to B side of things, I'd recommend you guys go out there and actually take a look for yourself. So I know that was a lot, but obviously with practice, you're going to be able to master this thing. And especially if you have a receptionist, which you should have at this point, or somebody who picks up the phone in general, have them memorize this thing and tattoo it to their skull, because it's going to be insane the results you get from that. ChatGPT, $20 a month, unlimited version, or you can get the free version. Now, I'm going to say this, if you have the free version, the only thing is obviously you're going to get capped after a couple images. So most of the guys that I work with under our portfolio, they're spending at least $100 a day, comes out to like 3K a month, but they're getting anywhere from like 2 to 5 leads a day, like on the minimum. And so they kind of need to produce like multiple pictures, especially if you want revisions. So when you get the paid version, $20 a month, it makes it a no-brainer. Okay. I found this picture off of Google. I searched up ugly bathroom. And here's what I said: please add white tile, renovate the bathroom, add ambient lighting, and make it more modern and beautiful. But I let ChatGPT do its thing. And within 2.5 minutes, this is the image that they created. Okay. They made it more beautiful, right? To say the least. Imagine you can send this to the number of the prospect you're on the phone with. Within like 3 to 4 minutes of having a conversation, you're already showing them their dream bathroom. But obviously, this is more of like a lower scale remodel. Let's say that the person didn't want a tub anymore. Let's say that they wanted to replace tub, modern walk-in shower, and make it more modern. Boom, just like that. Now, if we want to make this thing extremely modern, here's how you'd prompt ChatGPT. Make this extremely modern with white marble ambient lighting. Make this extremely modern with white marble and very up-class remodel features like ambient lighting. I'm sitting very far away from my MacBook, so it's very hard for me to read and type, but I think we got it. ChatGPT knows me as well, so at this point they understand my mistakes. But as that's cooking up, I'll kind of explain more of what we do with our portfolio companies. Okay, so you get to see this load up in real time. Should take less than 3 minutes. So ultimately, our goal is to not just help you with marketing. Okay, we're going to obviously partner up with your company, scale it, and then we want to buy it for cash. Or the least we could do is put it in front of somebody else who wants to buy our business for cash. And even if you don't want to sell your business, totally cool. Our mission is to make it as valuable as possible. And what that means is it can run without you, right? So having the systems, the predictable acquisitions, the operations, everything within your company, that means if you take a step away, not only will it survive, but it will strive without you. So if you go into the link in the description and actually want to learn more about what we do, go into our website. The link is inside of the description. We could find a time to chat. By the way, like, we don't do any setup fees or anything like that. The only thing we do is like $750 a month. The only way we make money is like 15% rev share. And we've got like people who obviously come into your business, dial for you. We take care of the marketing A through Z. The only thing you got to do is actually just show up to the job site and close. And we're actually working on hiring some closers to do that for you as well, depending on where you live in the United States. So that's a conversation worth having. Then definitely go into the link in the description. $750 a month, no setup fee. And of course, we only make money when you make money off of rev share. And it's actually rev share based off of quoted labor. Material is not included. Now, as I'm yapping here, you can see the picture starting to unfold. This thing is nuts. You get to see the marble, the ambient lighting, the mirror is there, super realistic. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. When people say that you're gonna get lapped if you don't use AI, like this is what they mean, right? If you're not using AI, you're gonna get smoked. For the 23-year-old who's in business right now and he knows how to use this stuff, you're gonna get absolutely tossed in the fire, right? And so if we go back to the original picture, this is Linda Sue, right? That's her sending you this picture, right, on her iPhone 7. And here's what you could bring her. Guys, now I know this is a lot of steps, so let me explain something. If you want to work with me closely, like on a one-on-one, and have all this stuff kind of figured out, again, go into the link in the description, fill out your information, very transparent with what we do, how we do it, right? No crazy price drops. We are very straightforward, but I will say we do only work with a select kind of person. If you don't feel like you're ready or you're in that position to scale aggressively, what I would suggest is you subscribe, stick around, turn on the post notifications, because I'm going to be dropping some genuine needle moving videos here in the next few months. I want to help scale another 20 companies under our portfolio company. $7.1 million is what we were able to generate up until this point. But I want to do that on a month-to-month with our partners, and I know we can get there. If you want to work a little bit more closely with me and my co-founder Lucas from Crown Contractors, link in the description. If you want the copy of the actual Miro board that I just showed you of the whole flow chart, link in the description as well. Grab it for free. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.